Certified fraud examiners in the country say they are set to tackle all forms of fraud being perpetrated across sectors of the Nigerian economy. This was the consensus at the first annual Nigeria Anti-Fraud Conference holding in Ogun State, southwest Nigeria. Business correspondent to Lokwe Ogunjobi reports.
The Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation puts electronic fraud in the banking sector alone at about 16% of total financial fraud reported in the country in 2015. That staggering figure does not capture cases of fraud in public or government organizations, which is why financial experts continue to make the case for transparent processes or at best ways to detect and prevent such cases of fraud. A challenge the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners Lagos chapter says it is up to.
The problem is not that we don't have people that can actually curb this. The problem is lack of interest. The people that feel the incident of fraudulent activity more are the bankers, financial institutions, and that's why we are discussing financial institution fraud as part of this. And when we talk about fraudulent activities, is in every endeavor of human life. Think of any endeavor, there's fraud about it, and we have a lot to dig down there.
Discussions here focused on learning new fraud techniques, exchanging ideas on fraud detection and prevention, fraud examination, and forensic investigations across all sectors of the economy. The recently introduced whistleblower policy also came up for discussion despite its challenges as a model of fraud reporting. Experts believe it can be fine-tuned to work for the country.
Fraud is never going to be reduced to zero. But what we are doing is trying to prevent, because prevention is cheaper to prevent than to try to detect and monitor. Fraud is everywhere. That's why we have fraud we have anti-fraud conferences in US also, because that's fraud everywhere. And in Nigeria it's peculiar because it looks like fraud is now pervasive, is in every corner. But you know what? I have hope. I'm positive we're going to defeat this. We are making progress, but it's going to take one step at a time. It's going to take incremental changes.
I think the whistleblower policy has come to give some sort of relief by giving potential whistleblowers a reason why they should come forth to give a talk on their observed issues on wrongdoing. So I think together with the non-retaliation policies embedded in the law, I think it is timely and it will go a long way in encouraging people to come forth to talk about corruption.
On the whole, the consensus here is that each Nigerian has a role to play in curbing fraud to its barest minimum. The larger economy, they agree, will be better for it. Lokwe Ogunjobi, TVC News, Abeokuta, Ogun State.